Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Memphis. How are you? Memphis Ghost Hunters. Roxanne. Hello. 5, 6, 7. Hi. 8, 9. Hi. Hi, Corinda. Probably wondering why I'm doing that. I suspect I might have accidentally combined 2 of my decks together by accident. I have 2 of the same, actually I have 3, of the same basic Rider-Waite tarot deck. And I was reading today from 2 different decks. And I think I put the cards back, although they look pretty darn even. I'm wondering if I accidentally put the cards back in the wrong place. I don't know. I don't think I did. I'm going to trust myself on that one. Whatever. How is everyone today? Hi, Violin. Hi, Sue. Sue Bug. So, if any of you know my dog, Roxy, she's not feeling great. I almost took her to the vet, but I think I figured out what's going on with her. She's thrown up about 3 or 4 times now. But I also noticed her eyes are swollen and pink. I looked it up online. And they said that when dogs eat something they're allergic to, not only will their stomach get upset, but their eyes could get swollen. So I think she's had an allergy to something outside. She probably ate a mushroom or who knows what. But I fed her just plain rice and plain chicken tonight for dinner, and she hasn't gotten sick yet. So cross your fingers, she's okay. Yeah, that's the only thing I think of. And since I moved here, every time I pet the dog, give her a what? What's a spoy? Every time I touch my face and I forget to wash my face before bed, like I've been petting the dogs or something, and then I, do this or whatever, I end up with swollen eyes. My eyes end up all crusty and itchy and stuff when I wake up in the morning. So there's something in the yard that I think we're all allergic to. I don't know if it's poison ivy or what the hell it is. A spoonful of peroxide. Okay, I'll try that. I have some. I tried to give her Benadryl earlier, but she got sick again. It had 0 to do with Benadryl. I think she has stomach upset. It's weird, though. When she gets sick, she starts running around all crazy in the house. It's really, I don't know. Anyway, everyone, my name is Miss Molly. I am an intuitive psychic medium. I am here to do readings for you if you wish. Talk to you about law of attraction, aliens, cryptids, UFOs, ghost stories, paranormal investigation, mediumship, tools of the trade, you name it, we'll talk about it here. If you want a reading, you go in my profile. I have a link tree in there. You just pay to either Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, $40. I will do a reading for you right now. She will throw up in your stomach, yeah. Yeah, she's already thrown up like 4 or 5 times though, Granny. So, ow. But like it's just Skinwalker Ranch. What about the Skinwalker Ranch? What about it? You want to talk about it? I lived in New Mexico for, I don't know, like 6 or 7 months near that Skinwalker Ranch. I was in Farmington, which is very close to there. And I have to tell you, New Mexico, the area I was in, creepy. A lot of strange energy there. It's a Navajo region. It's the Four Corners area. So I'm not surprised at all. You're in New Mexico. I have a few viewers out of New Mexico. I have one that's in Aztec. I used to live in Farmington, which is right next to Aztec. Not a fan of the Four Corners area. I like other parts of New Mexico, to be honest. What are you doing, Roxy? That's her toenails you're hearing. Anyway, I used to live, if you know where Shiprock is, that's also a very spiritual site. So, yeah, New Mexico. Anyway. So, if anybody wants a reading, let me know. We will get you all set up. You're in Pecos. Okay, I know where Pecos is, yeah. I decided to dress a little more summery today. I was in a summery mood. I just found out that my favorite perfume I've ever had, probably, is no longer available to find easily. And it's very expensive if you do find it. Bummed to find out, because the weird thing is I bought it as a random purchase at TJ Maxx, I don't know, like a couple years ago. Mapped Air only, yeah. And It's the Escada Summer Festival. It comes in a roller ball or it comes in a spray. And I bought the roller ball years ago. I love it. And I just ran out of it. And as I go to look for more, bupkis. Or if you find it, it's crazy expensive. Shit. So I guess I won't be wearing that anymore. I love perfume, you guys. That's a thing with me. Oh well, Z. I guess I'll find another one. So you mapped in an air anomaly, did you now, Sue? That's very cool. That's the worst. No, it's not the end of the world. Try call. I don't know what that means. Try call. I know. It was weird. The screen just got a little dim suddenly. It was very strange. God, I'm already over 2,000 likes. Holy shit. Thanks, guys. All right. Well, Sue, I'm going to pull a card for you since you're talking to me. Why not? Robin! You want to be friends with me on Venmo? You can be friends with me on Venmo. That's totally okay. I assume you're trying to get a reading, Robin. That's fine. If you want to go ahead and post your $40, we are good. But I saw your notification. I can't switch off the screen, though, to okay. You ready, Robin? Coolio. If you're going to pay, then we'll play. This is for, who did I say I was reading for? I am reading for Sue. Sue gets a card. Thank you, Corinda. Sue, you got wrecked. Be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. Is this speaking to your authentic self? Sue, be you. Oh, something just bit me in my dress. I can feel you, you little bug. I caught you. Whoever you are, you get out of my dress. Oh, there was a bug in my dress. It just bit me. I just caught it. Ow. What kind of bug is that? Well, I killed it, whatever it was. Ooh. I could feel it biting me. Ow. Yeah, be yourself. Be your true self. Shine your light. Shine your light. Yow. Quit bugging. Yeah, what the fudge? Oh, fucker. Get in my dress? How did he get in there in the first place? My question. How does anybody get in my dress? Get it? How do you get in my dress? Just kidding. Yow. Well, I hope that wasn't an important bug. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys what I saw today. You know, I always tell you guys when I see little animals, I get all excited, whatever. So I'm driving home and I live on a kind of a country road right now. I saw a giant black snake. Yow. Hey, Wolfpack, how are you, Seth? I've seen you. I've jumped in on your live. You just haven't seen me. I've been cyber spying on you. Yeah, big black snake going off into the woods or whatever, tropical woods. What'd you call it? They're not woods, right? I guess tropical trees. Yeah, I saw a snake. Oh, I've seen snakes all my life. I'm not afraid of snakes. Robin, you're ready for your reading. Yay, Robin. Robin. Now, you wrote on there mediumship. Mediumship is different than a tarot reading. You do understand. Yes, I'm in Florida. Yeah. Can someone's energy be on this side and the other side? Yes. Yes, it can. We are multidimensional. So here's another question. People say, well, if somebody's reincarnated, how can a medium speak to them, right? Because there is more than one part of you. There's more than one part of your spirit that is available for that conversation, your higher self. So Robin, you said mediumship. Gotcha. Okay, I offer both, but generally I don't usually do mediumship on my lives. Not saying I won't, not saying I can't. It's just that's not what I offer in the $40 reading. That's more of a general reading. Now, if a spirit comes through during your reading, I am 100% going to share that with you. Or if I feel the need to draw a picture or tell you a message, it's going to show up. So if you're okay with me just doing a general reading for you, and it will be very specific. It's not going to just be like, oh, love and light, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm going to tell you some stuff. I'm going to go ahead and do your reading. If that's not okay and you're wanting mediumship, I can do it right now if you wish, but I don't know what's going to happen. There's like 15 people in here. You could end up with other people's messages in that case. That's one of the reasons I have a hard time with that, because generally when I've tried to do mediumship here on live, sometimes I pick up other people's information and it's a little bit frustrating. I mean, I could try. It's up to you. What would you like to do, Robin? I say this. Let's go ahead and jump into, I'd say let's just go ahead and do a reading, and I will kind of leave a little space at the end to see if I can get some mediumship for you, okay? Fair? I can't guarantee a thing. Now, in mediumship portion, is there someone specific you were hoping to speak with? Like, all you need to do is say, like, my grandpa, Joe on my dad's side. My friend, Julie from college. You know, like that. That's all I need. Not birthdays, not how long ago they died or what they died. I don't need to know any of that. Your sister. Okay. Can you give me her first name at least? Lisa. Huh, wow. That is my favorite. It's funny. My best friend is Lisa. My two best friends are Lisas. Every time I meet a Lisa, I love them. So that's funny that you have a Lisa. Okay, so we're going to do cards first, and then I'm going to jump into a little bit of mediumship for you, okay? Just to show an example and to see how it goes. Because, you know, I do it all day long, actually, when I work at the actual place I work. But over the internet is always a whole nother story. So let's see what happens. Should be the same, though, really, because there really is no distance for spirit. So let's see how it goes. I'm always willing to give it a go. All right, so I'm going to give this deck a shuffle first. A couple of shuffles for you, Robin. If anybody else would like a reading tonight, go ahead and do the same thing that Robin just did. Go ahead and jump into my link tree in my bio and pay your $40 on either PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, and that way I know that you want a reading. And right now there's nobody in line. It's just Robin. Thank you, Robin. Here we go. All right, starting out with the regular old Rider-Waite tarot deck. That's what I usually start with. All right, we're going to give this a 3-pile cut here, and off we go. Spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. Cards today for Robin. We are looking for information for Robin that will support her in her journey moving forward. Only information that will help her. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I didn't say this to you, and I should have before we started, and I usually say this when I do readings in person. When we get the High Priestess or the Hierophant in a reading after mediumship has been requested, it generally means that, yes, spirit is going to show up. So you did get the High Priestess, so that's really good news since you said that you were interested in hearing from your sister. That's a good sign. Doesn't mean for sure, but that's usually an indication that they're actually kind of waiting for their turn. So I feel like you may get some good information tonight. So let's keep going. Let's keep it going. I'm excited. I'm excited for you, Robin. And we're going to look for Lisa. Spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. We are shuffling this deck for Robin, and Robin is hoping to get some information to help her in her journey moving forward. Anything that will support her and carry her to her highest good and give her advice that is helpful and supportive. All right. Spirits, ancestors. Actually, I'm going to come back to this deck in a second. Let's go ahead and start out with the first row. Starting out, you got the 5 of Pentacles, Robin. So the 5 energy is usually about change, maybe some conflict. This is a card about saying, first of all, don't call attention to your weaknesses. Okay, this guy has a bell around his neck because he's a leper. And back in the day, lepers, there are people that have a disease where literally body parts rot off of their body. Very contagious disease. Back in the day, they wanted to make sure that they could identify people that had leprosy so they could stay away from him. So they would make them wear a bell around their neck. So when they would leave the colony of lepers and walk down the road, they would ring their bell. People go, heck, I'm getting out of here. That leper's here. All right. So it's calling attention to your weaknesses. Don't keep apologizing for who you are and what you do, Robin. You are not. There is nothing wrong with the way you behave, the way you act. I feel like you self-edit all the time. You're constantly criticizing yourself. Oh, I'm sorry I did that. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Oh, I feel so stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that anymore, okay? It doesn't serve you. It only makes people lose respect for you. You got to respect yourself. You also have to understand that this is about not asking for help from the wrong people or looking to the wrong people for input, help, whatever. He's asking this woman who looks terrible, just as bad as he is. Like, she has no shoes on. They're walking around the snow. They're both in bad shape. He's asking her for something. She's ignoring him because she's like, I'm already in bad shape. Why are you asking me? But look back here. You got a stained glass. So there's a church behind him. Why are they not walking in there? Why are they not asking for help there? So I feel like not only the self-deprecation's got to stop, but you also have to ask yourself, am I putting my energy in a place where it's not advantageous to me? Is the juice worth the squeeze at this point? Am I doing something where I'm really barking up the wrong tree, per se? Sorry to keep using metaphors, but that's the only way I can do it. So that's the first part of your reading, part of who you are and what you might want to think about working on. The High Priestess did come in reverse. The High Priestess does represent your connection to spirit and your intuition. Intuitive abilities. If you look, she's got Corinda. Oh, Corinda, you're next, honey. For Vicky. Okay, so for Vicky, that was nice of you. So Vicky's next from Corinda. Gotcha. Is that correct? Okay. So back to the High Priestess. So if you look, she sits between two columns. You got a black column and a white column. Sometimes it's about making decisions using your gut. Okay, your gut, not the logic, not your feelings, your gut. How do you feel when making decisions? It did come in reverse. So when a card comes in reverse, I don't necessarily consider it opposite, but what I do is I look at it, and the first thing that jumps out to me, first thing I notice is the cross on her chest. Okay, her chest, whatever you want to say. It's her, actually. And I feel like that's just sort of a warning that some of the old beliefs that you have, some of your even maybe religious upbringing or old belief systems that you grew up with, either way, kind of stop you from trusting your intuition. You get a little freaked out about it when you are able to predict things, or you think about something and there it is, or you talk about somebody and then something shows up that kind of like jolts you a little bit. It's like you let it scare you. You don't need to lean into it. It's there for a reason. Again, that card also will show up when I feel like there's spirit guides that want to speak to you, and it does feel like there is probably somebody here who wants to talk to you. So can't guarantee it's your sister. We will see in a minute. Let's keep going. This card came up today earlier. This is the 9 of Pentacles. It is about resolution, enjoying the fruits of your labor. She is enjoying her garden that she's planted and all the things that she has grown so far. But she is looking at this falcon or peregrine that she's holding in her hand. He's got a little hood on. Can you see him? And what's so interesting about that is that she will send him away and then have him come back. She expects him to come back. What she's putting out, she's expecting back. Again, speaks to that intuition, that idea of you are actually in more intuitive decision making than you used to be. And again, you need to start really trusting that because it really is going to help you. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let me finish this reading for God, my brain just blanked out. For Robin. Sorry. Also, I want to point out something that I never noticed on this card before. There is a little snail just making his way across the bottom there. You see him where my finger is? Tiny little. It's okay, honey. You're fine. I get distracted real easily, so it's not your fault. See the little snail right there going across? Okay, so it's also telling me that it's taken you a while to get to the point where you are. It's been a long, slow, steady path to get where you are, to start enjoying things. But we do have the Page of Wands. The pages are generally some type of a message or an aha moment. The wands are your dreams, your hopes, your desires, your passions. And I do feel like since you finally come to that place of feeling like, you're sort of enjoying some of the fruits of your labor, now you're feeling like, what's next? I'm ready for something else. You're feeling inspired. You're feeling creative. I've said this a lot to people this week. It just feels like that's the overall feeling that a lot of people have right now, is this feeling of creativity, wanting to show something that comes from the heart, whether it be art or music or cooking or gardening or, even antiquing or writing funny stories. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to have a purpose other than to feed your soul. So I want you to think about those things. We do have the 3 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is about having an expertise where people look to you for help. And I feel like that might be part of this inspiring idea of creativity, like you want to share some of your talents with somebody else. So for example, let's say you know how to needlepoint and you want to start sharing that with people. Maybe you'll look into the Parks and Recreation, or maybe you'll go work at volunteer at the senior home, or maybe you'll actually sign up to teach a course somewhere. I don't know, but it feels like you do have some knowledge of something that you really like to do that you'd like to share with people. And I think you really ought to go for it. That's part of your calling. Roxy, you didn't go out? She's dancing around like she's up to something. Last time she did that, she got sick. So hoping she doesn't. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut this deck. I think I already did this earlier, but that's okay. All right, let's see what else we can find out for you. Okay, Robin? Yeah, perfect. You got the Death card reversed. That's good. Okay, we got Page of Cups. We got Queen of Cups. Not even barely moving. And 9 of Pentacles, right on. Bottom of the deck, we got 6 of Wands. Okay. So when I talk about this, don't call attention to your weaknesses. And I said that you've been kind of self-deprecating for some time. I told you stop picking on yourself. We do have the Death card. It feels like you are moving away from that type of thinking. You are starting to realize that does not serve you. To put yourself down, to be modest. I said it earlier today. It was a glorious day for fools when modesty became a virtue. It is not virtuous to be modest. There's nothing wrong with patting yourself on the back, saying nice things about yourself. That doesn't mean you think you're better than other people. Okay, it just means you like yourself. There's nothing wrong with liking yourself. All right, and I feel like this is a new shift for you. Page of Cups, another page. This is about fulfillment, love, partnerships. I feel like, you know, I said that the High Priestess usually represents like Spirit is going to come through. It does feel like there is a message from a loved one about to show up. I think that's all this is saying right now. So we are going to definitely jump into some mediumship in a minute. See where it goes. Then you have the Nine of Pentacles, where I talk about the sort of enjoying the fruits of your labors, but also putting out what you want to manifest and expecting it to come back. That's what that peregrine means. I also talked about that slow little snail that's just taking a long time to get there. Queen of Cups is all about family, love, fulfillment. Again, more cups right next to each other. This may also be that you finally are at the point where you feel like your kids are sort of, you know, if you have children, they're sort of on their own. They're doing their own thing. If you don't have kids, it's sort of like you feel like you don't really have a lot of plates spinning at the same time right now. It's finally calmed down quite a bit, where you're starting to think about things for yourself. Okay, so I don't know how old you are. You look young to me, but you know, you may be even thinking about retiring, cutting back on your hours, spending more time at home, something like that. It feels like. Nine of Pentacles with that Page of Wands, where I said that there's an inspired action, where I said you might even want to think about teaching possibly, or sharing some of your skills. Nine of Pentacles is about abundance resolution. This is definitely showing up. There is definitely abundance. Now, the definition of abundance does not necessarily mean money. Can. It's not what it necessarily means, though. Abundance means a wealth of something. So you are going to have a lot of something. It could be money, but it could be something else. It could be a wealth of friends, a wealth of grandchildren or children or nieces and nephews, or a wealth of beautiful flowers. I don't know, but there's definitely something about to show up for you. But I think it's going to be linked to this sort of inspired feeling that you have, this action that you want to take, this possible sharing your skills, like I talked about right here. Because then we get the Six of Wands. That's a victory card. This is a card that's, again, speaking to the heart. The wands are your dreams, your hopes, your desires. It's also about growth. And I feel like this is going to be a win-win situation for you. Whatever it is that you're... Oh, wow. No way. No way. I just noticed. As I took this off, look what shows up again. The High Priestess a second time now. 2 different decks. Check that out. High Priestess twice. Absolutely, there's spirit going to come through. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. I'm so excited to do this for you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pull a few more cards, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into the mediumship portion. Right? All right, so let's go ahead and start out with the maps deck here. Like I said, I don't usually do mediumship during the online readings, but she's definitely coming through. So we got Wishing Well, 4 and 8 energy. So the 4 energy is about healing. The 8 energy is taking some action. Okay, so as far as healing, I don't think it's really about healing. I think it's, again, this new sense of stability that's in your life has made it where you feel more open to try new things. 8 energy, action. 4 plus 8 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 is about expansion. This is all about growth, learning, speaking to your heart's desires. As I said before, Wishing Well is really about, kind of like I said before with this card right here, putting it out to the universe, sending it out, knowing that things are coming back to you. It feels like maybe it's been a while since you've even daydreamed about anything. And I'm telling you that your dreams actually have some tooth to them if you believe you can have them. And I'm not saying that just to sound like, all like, ooh, sunshine and lollipops coming out of my ass. It's not like that. I'm telling you that right now is a very fertile time for you to be manifesting the things that you want. And I feel like you put a lot of stuff on the back burner for a long time for other people, whether it be your kids, your spouse, your work, your school, your friends. I don't know, but it feels like a lot of what Robin wants has been kind of pushed aside. I'm not saying because anybody made you do it. I think you chose to do that, but I think it's time to get back on it. Yeah, you got bison abundance. I talked about that just a minute ago, didn't I? I said that. Bison abundance. Yeah, check that out. Here's what it says. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me, the word teach, the way of gratitude and prayer. So it's just talking about allowing yourself to be open to that abundance. I already said that to you. I feel like there's something coming for you. I said this wishing well, you're putting the wishes out there. I'm telling you, it's really like almost a matter of like you could just write down, here's what I want, here's what I'm expecting, here's what should be showing up any day now is this. A new car, a new job, a new boyfriend, whatever it is, write it down, put it into existence, spell it. You are making a spell it on paper. Okay. I think I made my message clear. You got peace, Love that card. It's just telling you that you're getting to a place where you're realizing you have to be peace with yourself more than anything before you can have peace with other people. That whole thing, like I said to you in the very first card, is that sort of beating yourself up, being nasty to yourself, not taking care of you as much as you take care of other people. Now it's time to take care of you. This is a message I've been having over and over again, you guys, from a lot of people. I know you guys are saying, I've heard you say this. It's what keeps coming out. It's in the collective. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So by July, something that's going on in your life that you're kind of been like hanging in the wind is going to be wrapped up. Wrap it up. Done. Over with. Don't need to think about it anymore. Okay, so I don't know if it has to do with some plan that you're making. It feels like some plan that you're trying to figure out. You will figure it all out by July. Whether it's a move, a trip, what's going to happen in the future with your retirement, whatever, you're close. All right, now we're going to go ahead and jump into the mediumship portion. And what I need for you to do, Robin, is I want you to do a breathing exercise with me. I talked about it on the last time I was on here. All you're going to do is you're going to breathe in through your nose. You're going to hold it for about the count of 4. And then when you breathe out, you're going to see the number 3 in your mind 3 times flash. And in your mind, you're going to say 3, 3, 3. You're going to do the same thing with the number 2 and then with the number 1. Hi, Bill. So here's how it goes. You're going to breathe in through your nose. And what I want you to do is while you're doing this, I want you to focus on your sister Lisa that you asked me to contact. And I'm going to do the same. So here we go. I'm going to close my eyes. Breathe in through your nose. You're going to hold it for a few seconds. When you breathe out, you're going to see the number 3 3 times in your mind. And I want you to also say the number 3 in your mind 3 times. You all can join in on this. Now you're going to breathe in through your nose again. This time you're going to hold it. And when you breathe out, you're going to see the number 2 3 times and also say the number 2 in your mind as you breathe out through your mouth. Hold it. So you should be seeing the number 2 3 times in your eyes, in your mind, and hearing yourself saying it in your mind. Now you can breathe in through your nose again. Hold it. Breathe out through your mouth, the number 1. If nothing else, you should feel a little relaxed now. Okay. So I am going to focus on your sister Lisa. Robin, when I say things about your sister, if anything resonates, makes sense to you, you want to comment, whatever, just put a green heart or say nothing if you wish, whatever you want. I'm going to probably look off to the side. I tend to do that for some reason when I'm doing these readings. So as I said, no guarantees. Lisa, your sister Robin is here. She would love to hear from you today. Any validation or information you can give me that will very specifically let her know it's you, I would sure appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Okay, first thing I saw was the Muppets. Like that, the Muppets. Like instantly. I saw like I don't know if it's Muppet Babies or Fraggle Rock, but something with the Muppets right away. Does that make sense to you? I hope it does. She shows me... Yeah, I want to say Fraggle Rock. I don't remember because I love the Muppets, don't get me wrong. But Fraggle Rock and Muppet Babies and all that came kind of after. I was a little too old to be watching that. But I feel like something with your sister with that, first off. And if you guys watch that together or... Yeah, Fraggle Rock. I think that was it. Okay, she shows me a car and something with a seatbelt. I feel like she liked to sing. She liked to sing. I don't know that she was a singer per se, but did have a nice voice. Liked to sing. Like I feel like she sang a lot, like to herself. Maybe even taken some lessons at one point. Again, I don't know if this is Lisa. I'm just telling you the impressions I'm getting at this point. I know this is really weird, but I'm seeing like I said this before too, like an embroidery ring almost. You know, like when you do embroidery and there's a ring around it. Like almost like she's showing me an unfinished project. I don't know if it's representative of an unfinished project or that's actually a project she would have worked on. But it feels like it was like there's a either embroidery or a cross stitch or needlepoint or something where it's not finished. I don't know why she's showing me this, and I don't know how to explain it other than I'm seeing feet, like little kids' feet, like, I don't know, like they're like doing a dance. Like you're sitting, but the feet are like doing this kind of thing. Dun, 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 dun. You know what I mean? Like you were sitting back and your feet were up and you were just doing silly shit with your feet. Like maybe you guys did that under the table. You don't think she... Well, maybe it's, like I said, representing an unfinished project. That might be what she's trying to demonstrate. So don't worry about it. And again, it may not even be Lisa. I'm not sure who this is. Let me see if I can get anything else for you. So don't try to force it into being her, okay? Because we don't want to force anything. We don't want to pretend it's something it's not, okay? That's what I'm saying. I haven't done this on here in a while, so I don't really know who I'm getting. If somebody else is watching this, though, and it's resonating for you, you can also comment, because sometimes that's what will happen. That's why I don't love doing mediumship on here, but... Either way, she's showing me an unfinished project. Just say that. Again, the feet thing I saw with sort of like the being funny with the feet. I'm not sure what that is. Hi, Vicky. Not sure. So let me see if there's anything else. Lisa, if that is you or whoever this is that is coming through for Robin, if you could give us some more information so she can identify who you are. This is a strange one. I'm hearing somebody walking, and it sounds like they're outside walking on grass a lot. I'm hearing a lot of walking on sort of like it's like a vibe of if you were to walk outside at night and walk along the side of a road where there's a lot of weeds and stuff. It's that sound and that smell to me. Would that make sense to you? Because I don't understand why I'm seeing that and feeling that, smelling that. You understand what I'm saying? Sort of like a springish night. If you were to, let's say, pull over. So your mom, see, I had a feeling that might come through. So Vicky's mom might be coming through in your reading. Oh, stop it, Bill. It has nothing to do with you, honey. Hang around, Bill. Don't go anywhere. So anyway, that's what I was getting. So let's do one more thing. And I'm sorry if that wasn't Lisa. Like I said, this is something I can't really totally control yet. And I'm still learning how to do this online. In person, I don't seem to have much issue. When I do readings for people one-on-one, no problem. But for some reason, when I do it this way, it seems a little bit more precarious, a little harder time. But I'm going to go ahead and pull cards asking the spirit to give me information for you so that I'm not trying to force any information on you. I don't want you to try to make it fit if it's not for you. It's totally okay. We do get the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is all about the truth and a shift of energy with the truth. So I feel like the truth is that I really felt like someone came through. There definitely was, like I said, that High Priestess twice, but it may have been for the next person, and I've had that happen before. I call that network mediumship. It kind of sucks because it's not fair to you. You paid to hear from your sister. That's not what happened. Doesn't mean I won't hear from her, though. I will tell you sometimes after I do things like this, I will hear something later. As I said, I don't normally do those on smallyknows.com. I can try again at a different time, okay? I apologize for that. That's what I got. I'm not going to try and make stuff up. So maybe Lisa wasn't ready. Maybe Lisa didn't feel comfortable with the situation. Doesn't mean she won't come through. You don't be disappointed. Don't give up is what I'm saying to you. Everything happens when it's supposed to. So like I said, if you want to email me, when I get time, I will focus on her and see if I can get her to come through in a different way. Okay? Other than that, were there other questions that you had that I did not answer during your reading that I can go ahead and pull some more cards for you? Are you sure? Okay. So Robin, don't give up on talking to your sister. I'm not going to give up on it. Like I said, go ahead and contact me through my website and I will work on that this week. Okay. And see if I can get through it a different way. Okay, it might have been too much with all the people in here or whatever. I know it's only 15 people, but you know, it can get confusing. As oh God, my brain's not working. As Vicky just said, it applied to her. So I can't control that. Sorry for that. But I appreciate you being so kind about it, sweetie. Please do. I promise. I don't want you to not get what you were hoping for. In the meantime, I guess, hi again, Leanne. I guess Vicky is ready. Are you ready for your reading, Vicky? You already got some mediumship, apparently. Not even on purpose. I always call that, what do you call it? Network mediumship. It does happen sometimes. Oh, don't apologize to Robin. Look, we cannot control how spirit works, okay? We can't control that. And that's why I don't let it get to me. When I've done mediumship and people go, no, that makes sense. I don't let it worry me. It used to upset me so much. Now I'm like, no, there's a reason that's coming through. It's for somebody. So good. It came through for you. You already got that portion. We're not even going to go there unless it shows up again. I'm excited for you. I think that's great. So I'm sure Robin's happy for you too. Your mom's coming through. Awesome sauce. Let's keep it there. All right. Here we go, Miss Vicky. And that was nice of Corinda to buy you a reading. What a gal. Corinda's so sweet. I love Corinda. I just like her name too. So pretty. Hey, Vanessa. Robin, you're so sweet. I totally like you. I'm so going to do that for you. That's so funny. That came in for somebody else. That used to happen when I worked at Casadega the last few months. I would be doing a reading and I would be reading the person in the next room sometimes. Hate that. All right. Yes, she is a sweetheart. Okay, here we go, Vicky. All right. So Vicky, when I'm doing your reading, if anything comes up that you want to make a comment about, confirm, disconfirm, whatever, put a green heart. Hey, Zach, old school. How are you? All right. Spirits, ancestor guides, energies for Vicky. Anything for Vicky today? It'll help her in her path moving forward and will help her reach her highest potential and her greater good. Only information that is helpful to her in this juncture. Thank you, spirits. You got the Four of Pentacles. Anything else today? King of Swords. The King of Swords has shown up a lot in the last week. We have the King of Pentacles. Now Page of Swords. Ooh, lots of truth coming out, my love. And communication. King of Cups. Wow, a lot of dudes showing up in this one. And Queen of Swords. Okay, a lot of swords. That's very interesting. Wow. And 2 kings. Wow. Now, I want you to know there is no gender in the tarot. However, God, every single thing here except for this last one's a man. So it seems like there's a lot of masculine energy around you. I did a reading for somebody last night who works with a lot of guys, and it turned out that was kind of what was going on. Starting out, you have the Four of Pentacles. This talks about kind of having things in alignment, making sure that all parts of your spirit, body, and soul are in alignment. So if your physical health is good, make sure that your mental health is in a good place. If your mental health and physical health are good, then you need to look at your spiritual practice. Are you connecting well to your spirit guides? Are you connecting to your higher self? All of those 3 things need to be in alignment right now. This is going to set you up for the next thing that's about to happen. And I'm telling you, there is some truth about to show up for you. You're going to find out some information. I'm not sure how. It feels like it's going to come through to you in a strange way. But whatever it is, it's super important. Okay? And it's going to change things. It's going to be a game changer is what I'm telling you, Vicky. King of Swords shows up. He's very direct, to the point, sets very strong boundaries. But then we also have the Page of Swords right next to him. So it feels like you are going to get some truth showing up. That's what it feels like. I don't know that it's truth about you necessarily, but it's information that you need to know because it's going to change everything. King of Cups is next. I do feel like it's going to come from family or somebody very close to you, almost like family. So it feels family. Yeah, all the mail cards. Oh, yeah, that was you, Cal. I remember now. And so it does feel like this is going to come from somebody in your family or somebody close to you. Here's the Queen of Swords also. Speaks her truth, sets her boundaries, maybe a little defensive sometimes, but you do have the King and Queen of Swords. So it may even come from a spouse or a partner at work, somebody you work with. But it feels like there's going to be a serious conversation. I don't feel like it's a bad thing, though. Like, it feels like it's actually kind of like a good news kind of feeling. Like, it's something that maybe we're expecting, but you'll be glad for it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Almost like And I'm not saying this is what it is. Almost like you hear that somebody passed, but there's a big inheritance for you. You got a car, you got something like that, where it's like, even though something kind of sad happened or not so happy, it ends up being advantageous to you in some way. And you weren't expecting it, is what it feels like. Okay. I kind of like that. I'm sorry that it may mean that something happens, but yeah. Yeah. So now I'm going to go ahead and jump in with a second deck, like I always do, and see what else we find out right now about this whole thing. So yeah, Vicky, feel free to comment if any of this is resonating for you, or if you have a question, go for it. I'm still working here. We're not done at all, not even close. Alrighty here. All right, let me give that a quick cut, and off we go. All right, Four of Pentacles. Why do we have a Four of Pentacles here for Vicky? Thank you. Queen of Wands shows up. Now you got a Queen of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Whoop. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. This is really good stuff. Like, it feels good. Eight of Swords. Okay. And Knight of Swords. Again, you keep getting swords. Now you've got the Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Like, really? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, a lot of swords here. So, God, I keep catching things on this ring. Anyway, Queen of Wands is going with this Four of Pentacles, where I talk about aligning your spirit, mind, and body. Queen of Wands, excuse me. Wands are all about dreams, hopes, desires, passions, higher self. I kind of consider her sort of like that very creative sort of Joan Jett of the deck, I call her. She's a little bit of a rebel sometimes. And she's also just got this really expansive creative energy. And I feel like with your mother's passing, it's actually opening a valve for you to be more creative. And obviously that valve is open because your mother came through and I was reading for somebody else, right? So she's been ready to communicate with you, and maybe she's been having a hard time. Maybe it's not you that's having a hard time. It's her having a hard time getting through to you. Like, she's trying to communicate, but you're not understanding. Like, you're picking up that she's making signals and doing things like lights and numbers and waking up at certain times and all that stuff, but you still don't know what she's saying. So she's coming through now. Terrific. She's also telling me that with that truth that's going to show up, like I said, there is an opportunity involved with that. So here we go. Here it is right here, Ace of Pentacles. It does feel like this is something that's actually going to give you some closure or even sort of a boost. It does feel like an abundance sort of feeling. Like I said, sort of that feeling like if somebody passes, then there's an inheritance kind of feel. But I don't know if that's exactly what it is. But it is good, even though it may seem it. So Page of Swords, where I talk about that truth showing up, you do get the Ten of Pentacles. It's a very good outcome after struggle, after difficulty. Look at that. Just covered in abundance. Wonderful. Then we get the Eight of Swords, though. You know, remember I said you're going to hear from somebody in your family that's going to give you this information, or, you know, this is going to come from a family situation. Here's sort of like a holding back feeling. Like, maybe you don't want to say anything. Like, you don't want to say anything. Like, maybe when you get this information, you feel like talking about it might actually cause a problem. Trust your instinct on that. If you don't feel comfortable talking about it, you don't have to. You can just say, I'm not sure yet. So if somebody says, like, how much did you end up getting? Or, you know, what ended up happening in your situation? You can just say, you know, it hasn't been resolved yet. You can just leave it there like that. You don't have to tell people stuff. You don't have to. That's another thing I want to caution. You don't have to tell everybody everything. You don't have to. There's no law that says you have to say anything at all. And there could be hurt feelings. So be careful with that. Knight of Swords, again, a change in energy, comes in very quickly about the truth. Communication, very fast. So this is going to show up pretty quick. Bottom of the deck, after I pulled that from the bottom of the deck, we have Death, new phase. Okay, something is definitely about to wrap up and be over with. And it's going to change everything, like I said. I feel like this is going to end up giving you a new sort of lease on life, so to speak. Okay, let's go ahead and pull then from the Enchanted Maps deck, see what comes out next for you. Amen. You're so cute. Movement. Yeah. 2 and 8 energy. The 2 energy is about partnerships, relationships, fulfillment. 8 energy is taking action. 2 plus 8 is 10. That means a new phase, a new beginning. Again, you got the 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something brand new about to start. Brand new. I love it. It's good. Movement. You may end up deciding to actually move. You may decide to relocate. I'm not sure why. I don't think that's something you've been thinking about too much, but it feels like that could end up being something you might talk about. Maybe because of the situation, because of whatever this windfall is, it's allowing you to make some decisions that you haven't been able to make up until now. Cool. Liking it. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this Spirit of the Animals deck, see if anything jumps out for you on there that makes some sense here. Yeah, we got Butterfly Rebirth. Love it. You can reinvent yourself. Open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. I just said you may end up, deciding to move on a little bit somewhere else. I don't know. It feels like there's just like the sense of adventure that you weren't able to, maybe financially wasn't there, or maybe you didn't have the freedom before, but it feels like you do now. Maybe you were taking care of your mom and that was part of it, or watching, worried about her and you didn't want to leave town or you didn't want to take a trip or whatever. But it feels like, yeah, it's all kind of coming together now. It's, even though it's a sad situation. I took care of my mom 5 years and was gifted a house. Yeah, now I run a Grace. Okay, gotcha. Makes sense. Makes total sense. That might be why you want to move. Maybe it's time to say, fine, I'm selling the house, whatever. Moving on, whatever. Let's go ahead and pull a crystal from the crystal deck and see what's going on there. What crystal would help you right now during this time, getting through all these things that you're dealing with. We got the Sunstone. I love this. So pretty. Here's what it says about the Sunstone. People looking to operate on a higher plane. People that don't get outside as much as they'd like to. I don't know if that's you. But it does say you want to put this anywhere where you're trying to boost your stamina. And I said to you, I felt like you were going to get a shot in the arm kind of feeling. So this wouldn't be a bad thing. It says whenever it's time to get busy or when you need a little bit of a sunnying up, So it says take back your shine. So yeah, you probably are exhausted from taking care of your mom for all this time. That's really hard work, No wonder she showed up because you have a really deep bond with her. You've been there for the last parts of her life. Actually been there. So no surprise, she really wants good stuff for you. So I feel like there's definitely some good things coming for you. And I feel like I said, there are going to be some truths that may be a little bit difficult to deal with, but hold your boundaries. And as I said, maybe you want to keep some of it to yourself. Confidence is key to your success. New Moon in Leo. All right. So that's just saying be sure of yourself. Don't question who you are. If people want to talk badly about you, that's their deal. It doesn't matter. You know what you've done. And then we said it's time to release negativity. Yep. Full Moon in Scorpio. I just said that basically. Release that negativity. Don't let it influence you because there really is some abundance coming for you. That is definitely the theme I felt tonight. Is there anything else I can answer for you right now that I did not, Vicki? And Visna Designs, that is Renee. I want you guys to see she made this cup for me. She also made this cool little straw topper that looks like crystals. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not sure that with you. Yep. Corinda, she's the best. So yeah, I feel like there's just some good stuff happening. Even though it's been a little bit of a tough journey, you definitely have a karmic cycle ending where you are going to be rewarded for all the hard work you've done. Especially with your family. So let them be jealous, whatever. That's their problem. They didn't step up and you did. That's all that matters. You stepped up. Right? Right. Yeah. No such sorry. So, hi Tito. Somebody asked me about 1234. Are you still here? You want to know why you keep seeing 1, 2, 3, 4? 1234. Thank you for that, Renee. Okay, so I used to see that a lot on occasion. So it's sort of talking about, oh, you're welcome, honey. It's sort of talking about being on a particular path, okay? Because you've got those sequential numbers. So when you see 1234, to me, that's saying that you are definitely in the runway, like you're just beginning something big. Because 1 is a new beginning, 2 is partnerships, relationships, things like that. Hi, Tito. 3 is expansion and growth. 4 is healing and stability. 5 is conflict. You see what I'm saying? It goes in a certain order. So if you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, you're sort of like in the beginning stages of something where it's kind of has an up and then it kind of has a down. And then you have to have some healing. So that's what I would say if you're the person who is seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 or 12, 34 all the time. Or if you see a lot of sequential numbers. Hope that wasn't too confusing. Probably. Whatever. Anyway, thank you for letting me do that reading for you, Vicki. I really enjoyed that. I think there's a lot of good information there for you. Thanks for the roses. Did anybody else want a reading this evening? I'm still feeling ready to go. Ready to go. Oh, I drew somebody today during an exercise. Maybe recognizes this guy. Very athletic. He's wearing sort of like those, you know, racquetball glasses. I want to say his name was John, or related to somebody named John with the Jon, no H. Physical therapist or a physical trainer, I feel. I keep seeing him like in sweats, bald, but shaves his head like that. Sort of kind of a Mr. Clean looking guy. If anybody knows who that is, I feel like he had a pancreatic issue he wasn't aware of. He was very healthy. People were very surprised that he passed because he's generally healthy. So if you know that guy, speak on him up. Happens sometimes. I'll draw something and then a couple weeks later somebody goes, I know who that is. I know, weird, right? Spirit drawing. There you go. So if anybody else wants a reading tonight, I am open for readings. You just go into my profile, into my link tree, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, $40. You're on your way. Boop, boop, ba-doop. If you paid me and I didn't see it, please let me know. Because when I'm doing readings, I'm kind of in my own world. Also, if you want to subscribe to me, it's only $6. And if you're a subscriber and I see you pop on here, I'll pull a few cards for you. Like Katarina, you're a subscriber, aren't you? I always look so cute, thanks. Renee's a subscriber. So, you know, I'll pull a few cards for Renee. I'll pull a few cards for anyone who's a subscriber. It's $6 a month. So, Renee, I'm going to pull a couple cards for you, dear. Because you showed up. You showed up. Renee, ooh, you got this 7 of Cups. You need to step back and gain a perspective, my dear, on things. You also have a lot of choices right now, but I feel like you are getting a little bit away from yourself. You know, I feel like you are kind of like over dreaming. I don't know how to say that because I would never tell somebody don't dream, but it feels like you're almost not even in reality at this point. You're spreading yourself too thin, it feels like. So maybe come back to the things that are really working for you and kind of get rid of the extraneous stuff. It feels like you're spreading too thin. But you do have the Judgment card next. Yeah, it's like the Price of Cup coffee, exactly. And this is sort of like an awakening and a repurposing. So I feel like this is part of you just sort of like getting back on track. Oh, you lost your job. I'm so sorry, dear. And I think like you were trying to figure some things out, but it does feel like you are almost like looking too many directions at once. So try to focus in on maybe a core 4 things. Okay, because I know you're very creative like me, and I'm the same way. I come up with a million ideas, but you can only do one thing at a time, 1 or 2 things at a time. So make sure that you're not overwhelming yourself, okay? Yeah. All right, girl. Cool, cool, cool. Can you pull a card for your sweet subscriber, Corinda? Of course, of course. I always love pulling for Corinda. Corinda, what do we got for Corinda? I'll pull a couple cards for Corinda. Right off the bat, you get the Knight of Cups. You got 4 cards, but, you know, whatever, we'll take them. You also, well, no, I pulled the same cards I just pulled for you, so that was a mistake. I knew something didn't look right. Okay, but there are 2 cards for Corinda. You're welcome. You got Knight of Cups. This is expressing your creativity with your compassion, with your emotion, feeling that need to be creative and express yourself. Also feeling a little bit, I don't know, romantic, melancholy, sentimental right now. I'm not sure why you feel that way, but maybe things in your life are, you know, there's some things like maybe kids moving out or someone graduating or whatever. It's like those, you know, pinnacle moments that make you feel kind of old, you know, like, oh, I can't believe my baby is driving now kind of feeling. Right, Corinda? And then we get the 4 of Swords. Generally, I look at, and it was reversed. Sometimes I look at that as sort of like a card about taking a break. But in this case, I just feel like you can't sit still right now, Corinda. I don't know what's going on with you, but you've got this sort of crazy energy going on right at the moment. And so, like I said, it's sort of like you're... I don't know, it's like this daydreamy feeling, but it's also like this restlessness. Maybe that's why you're daydreaming, because like whatever's going on right now is hard for you to handle. But yeah, it's kind of empty nest feeling. I don't know what it is really, but I just feel like take a break. The answers will show up for you. Whatever it is that you're stressing about, it will figure itself out. Don't need to do anything, okay? That's what I'm going to say. Hello, Boxer. How are you? Groovy, 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 schloovy. Groovy schloovy. I don't know what that means. I'm just trying to rhyme and I'm not doing a good job. It's a groovy movie. How's that? Groovy movie. So anyway, anybody else? What kind of reads are being done and how much are they? I usually do tarot and oracle readings on here. They are $40. If you would like one, you just go into my profile. In my link tree, there is Venmo, Cash App, PayPal towards the top. Just tap on whichever one you wish. When you post your $40, I will do your reading for you. Pretty simple. And then when you do that, I would also like you to put a green heart by your name so that I know it's you. Because sometimes your screen name and your cash name are different. And my daughter did just get her driver's license. There you go. I almost wore some earrings your daughter gave me today. I almost wore them, the little pumpkin pie ones, because they're the right color. But I thought, no, I want to save those for the holidays. Because they're so cute. She made me these cute little like clay modeling earrings that her daughter did. Super cute. Love them. She made a few things for me. Wonderful spirit box with you, Michelle. A couple. Oh, I'm glad you were there. That's right. I remember your name. I have let my daughter come back home for now. I have a question. I have let my daughter come back home for now. Okay. Yeah. Should I let her stay? She's been a problem child, but can help some financially. I don't know what to do. Yeah. Racy, without me pulling cards or saying anything, just from my experience, what can you set some boundaries with her? Like say, this is how I need you to be if you're going to live here. Why don't you just say, like, whatever the trouble is, I'm not sure if it's what she's doing or not doing, but you need to set some boundaries with her. That's all. Just say, if you're going to stay here, here's the things I would really like you to do. I insist that you do, or these are things you will be doing if you stay here. It's your house. Tell her what it's going to be. But, no amount of money is worth unrest in your home. So if she's not bringing men home, or you can't, do your drugs, or you can't, leave mess everywhere, or whatever it is she's doing. Yeah, that's really the main thing. Set the boundaries. And when she violates the boundaries, you can maybe give her one chance. Say, hey, remember I told you this is what I expected from you. You didn't do it, or you did do this and I asked you not to. Happens again, I will ask you to leave. And then you need to stick to it. And that's zero to do with being psychic. That's just setting boundaries. I've been saying this a lot to people lately, and I'm going to say it to y'all. It is changing my life with this way of thinking. People use a lot of words to tell you who they are and what they're going to do, but they show you with their actions. They show you with their actions. Hey, Dreamy Daisies. Is that you, Boxer? Somebody just paid me for a reading. Would you give me a green heart so I know it's you? And give me your first name. That's you. Oh, there you are. What's your first name, sweetheart? I didn't see it on the thing that posted. Sarah. Okay. Cool. Sarah, smile. You are amazing, tarot reader, a cookie, and a special cool person. One of the people who inspired me. Aw, Tito, thank you. I love you too. You're so awesome. Tito's awesome. He's a cool dude, you guys. I always try to encourage other intuitives, you guys. I'm not here to compete with anybody, right? All right, Sarah, let's get ready to read you, my dear. Let's get you read, love. So anyways, as I was saying to you guys, and I'm going to say it again, and maybe this is for Sarah. I don't know why I'm saying it right now. People show you who they are through their action, not through their words. So think about the times where people disappointed you because they said one thing, but they did another. How many times did that person do that to you? They showed you over and over again through their actions who they really are, not through their words. They may have said, I love you and da-da-da, but what did they physically do? What kind of action did they take? So I just want you to think about that, especially when you're setting boundaries. All right, now we are doing a reading for Sarah. Yes, good for you. Racy. I'm learning that. When an ex is calling you and saying, well, you should come back, you could say, well, you showed me you don't want to do what I need you to do. You showed me that you don't love me the way I want to be loved. So why would I come back? You're saying something, but you haven't shown me. Right? Alrighty. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Here we go. This is a reading for my friend, Sarah. Spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. I'm doing a reading for Sarah today. Anything you think would help Sarah in her journey moving forward to get to a better place, to her higher self, to her more authentic calling. Anything that will support her in her journey. Thank you, spirit guides. As you hear me saying, my sage, spirits, ancestors, and guides. And it's funny, the cards are really holding back. Knight of Swords, and we have a lot of swords and knights in the last deck. It's funny. Here we go. Seven of Cups. Interesting, we're getting similar cards on a few of these. Very strange. All right, this is for Sarah, please. Any other cards to help Sarah with her journey? Page of Wands reversed. Thank you, spirit guides. What else for Sarah? Anything else for Sarah moving forward? One more card, please. Ooh, the World. Now I got cards. Queen of Cups, Three of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, King of Cups. Okay, Queen and King of Cups. Oh, yes, that is true, Corinda. Okay, Sarah. Woo, woo, woo here. Sarah, are you thinking about... I don't know, there's something with relationships definitely in here. Because there's a king and queen. So, let's get into it, shall we? Knight of Swords, change in energy. Something going to happen very quick. A truth is going to show up, or some type of communication is going to be a game changer. We will come back to this in just a second. Then you have this Seven of Cups. This is to remind you to look at the bigger picture and understand you have a lot of options. There is no one way and nothing is set in stone. You are the creator of your universe. So it feels like, whatever this discussion, information, whatever that comes through to you that really kind of changes the way you think about things is going to really open up everything for you. You're going to go, wow, I have a lot of possibilities out there. Page of Wands in reverse is a message that speaks to the heart, your higher self, the dreamer in you. It feels like, this is going to be a very expansive time for you. Again, as that moment of communication comes through, it is a game changer. All right. And it is going to allow you to possibly even travel, or there will be travel coming up very soon. And this has to do with this whole thing. So what I feel like, and I'm going to totally go on a limb here for you, Dreamy Daisies, totally out on a limb. Okay. I could be very wrong, but this is what I feel. I feel like you've been in a long distance relationship with somebody. All right. And I feel like it's about to kind of happen. And I feel like that's why this World card shows up. And I feel like, you're starting to feel a little bolder about it. You're starting to feel like you want to take some action on this thing. Because we do have the King of Cups and Queen of Cups like this. There's a separation there. So I don't know if there's also a third party. Three of Pentacles reversed. Okay, I'm not sure if there's a third party, like you're already in a relationship and this is an extraneous relationship, and I don't want to call you out on here. I don't want to reveal your personal information, but there does feel like there's a long distance bond. Yeah? And you're about to, like, if you haven't already seen each other, which you may have, you are about to see each other. Like you are super in your emotion right now. It is literally turning your world upside down. You are dying to see this guy or woman, whoever it is. And this person is also in the same world. You guys are upside down and upside right and all over the place. Like it's just like all consuming at this point. Like seriously, like you are spending so much time like figuring out exactly what you're going to wear and getting your hair done. Yeah, she can, but some people don't want to say anything. And that's okay. You don't have to. It's up to you. Three of Pentacles is usually about having an expertise or a skill where people are looking up to you. But in this case, it does feel like it's just saying that there's a third party involved, possibly. I think you know who I'm talking about. And third party doesn't necessarily mean that you are cheating. It could be that there's more than one choice, like I said before. Or it could be that there's a child. I don't know. Or somebody that, is sort of in some way loosely involved in this. But, okay. Bottom of the deck, though, you do get the Eight of Swords. Wait, oh, no, you don't. I'm sorry. I haven't even done this cards yet. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I digress. Let me jump into the second deck. Okay, that was silly. I don't know why I was doing that. Silly, silly me. Let's go into a second deck. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one. This one's calling me. This one's calling me. I'm glad it resonates. Of course it resonates. That's why we are here, is to find out, what do we need to know? This is why I don't like to answer yes, no questions. I think it's better to set this up where we know that spirit and your higher self is talking to you about this situation. Oh, do you guys see that orb? Do you guys see that orb that just flew over my head? Did you guys just see that? That was not a fly, y'all. Did you see what? That was not a fly. You guys, I always get orbs in here. Yay, I love it. That's exciting. Yay, orb. Tell us who you are if you want. Oh, that was cool. Yes, that was so cool. You guys, I've been getting them a lot lately. Oh my gosh. And then they kind of let up a little bit that I did a reading for a friend yesterday and one showed up in the reading. I love that. That's exciting. That is so exciting for you, Sarah. Think about that. I'm reading for you and there was an orb above my head. That's awesome. Yeah, I get them all the time in here, you guys. I get them all the time. This particular deck, you guys, is enchanted as far as I'm concerned. I got this at a thrift store. It was $1, and it literally tells me when to use it. It's so weird, and it's always right on track. I had an orange orb. Are you kidding? Right on. I love it. Okay, spirits, ancestors, guides. Oh, here we go. How funny, you got the Page of Wands a second time. Different deck, the very first card that came out. You already got the Page of Wands. Yeah, definitely a big message coming through, my dear. Ooh, passion, passion. I want to sing the Copacabana. Music and passion, we're always in fashion at the Copa. They fell in love. Copacabana. Bum, bum, bum. All right, yeah. Three of Cups energy is all about a reunion, celebration, coming together. Yeah. You're getting there. And then we got death. I love that you got death because guess what? Death means a new, totally new breath of fresh air, a totally new phase in your life. This is so cool. Like, this is really good. Like, this feels like that, right? Oh, I can't wait for this to happen. This is really great. I hope you're excited. I know you are. Okay, let's see what the last cards are here. Spirits, anything else here for Sarah, please? This is kind of cool. Yeah, it's going to be, there's magic. Yeah. 3 of Wands. So 3 of Cups, 3 of Wands. Threes are always about expansion. Okay, so 3 of Wands is, yeah, you're stepping through the gate to something brand new that really, really speaks to your heart. This is so great, Sarah. I'm so excited for you. This is just really good stuff. All right, now we're going to jump into the Enchanted Maps deck. Let's see what else we can find out. Yeah, Sarah, smile. Okay, so we did get Sad Embrace. All right, so whenever I see this card, it tells me there's still some healing that needs to happen. So if you're already in a current relationship right now, before you launch into this next one, you might want to do a little healing work. I don't care how you do it. If you just write in a journal or you talk to a friend or you go see a therapist or you go with a Reiki master or whatever you do, but you still, whatever's going on or the most recent relationship you've been in, you still have a little healing to do there. So just be aware of that because you don't want that popping up in the new relationship. Just something really important to say to you. All right, let's jump into my Spirit of the Animals deck here. I love that we got an orb. That's so cool. I will definitely upload this live, by the way, on my YouTube channel, Miss Molly Knows. I will try to always remember to do that so that you guys, if I did a reading for you, can go back and watch it. Yeah. So you got Black Bear, Guardian. Okay. Here's what it says. Gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. So it sounds like it's very possible that this new situation that you're in, you may be concerned about hurting other people, is what I feel. And you feel protective of other people's feelings. I understand that. I'm the same way. But what's more important than anything is that you need to go with what your gut tells you and what makes you happy. This is part of that growth. I said that 3 energy keeps showing up. 3 is about growth, expansion. So I think that you are ready to start kind of being more grown up, more like saying, hey, I don't really care what anybody else thinks right now. This is what I got to do for me. Right? All right, now we're going to go ahead and pull from the Moonology deck, final cards here. You got a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Well, we just did that, I believe, or we're about to. I'm not an astrologer, but it says a fiery climax approaches. That doesn't mean it's bad necessarily, okay? Because everybody's, oh, fiery climax, it must be bad. It could be. There could be a final argument or something like that, but it also could be the opposite. It could be like it gets very exciting and there's like sort of this crescendo and all of a sudden, woo, there it is. Explosion, fireworks, the whole thing. So I'm not sure. I still don't feel like it's a negative thing, even if it is an argument. I still feel like it has to happen in order for you to move to this next thing where I said that death card showed up. And then it says it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. Okay. Release the negativity. As I said to you before, it feels like there's still a little bit of healing there. So that may be what you have to do is kind of get rid of that sort of jaded feeling that you might have about relationships. All right, my dear, that is your reading. Is there anything else that I didn't answer you'd like me to pull any more cards for you, my dear? That was for Sarah. Oh, you're welcome, love. I wonder what she's barking about. Oh, Lord, this dog lately. She hasn't been feeling well. She's been barking and running around and acting nervous. And her deal is maybe she sees spirit. She's not feeling well either, so that's part of it, I'm sure. Roxy, Bruce, guys, enough. And by the way, I didn't name either of the dogs. I know dog karaoke. Canine karaoke. Well, see, I used to be better at doing that because Roxy used to sit right behind me when she was barking, and I could feel when she was going to bark, so I could sort of lip sync. But when she's in the other room, I can't tell. I have to kind of like... That's funny. Hey, who's that? Hey, Bombshell. How you doing, cutie? Yay. I'm seeing some people I haven't seen in a while. Yow. Okay. That was fun. So we got you all set up. Good. Good, Sarah. So I'm happy for you. Come back and let me know what happens. Hey, hey, hey. Anybody else feel like having a reading today? I'm just making up a song. Because I'm feeling it. That was so funny. So you guys might have missed earlier, I was doing mediumship for one person who had paid just because she wanted me to try it. And I couldn't seem to get anything for her, but apparently it was for the person I just read for before. So it happens sometimes. So it's sort of a failure, but not really. I don't know. I hate it when that happens. I wish I could be more in control of that. It's something I got to work on. I don't like the, network mediumship. Sometimes that happens. Where I will get a spirit for somebody else at a different time. Bruce feels the spirits. That's why he has to go outside, but wishes ways to scout you out. Yeah, probably. He's kind of silly. And Roxy's been sick this week. She's not been feeling so great. But the last meal I gave her, unless she yacked and I didn't see her, she hasn't thrown up yet. I almost took her to the emergency room, but I feel like, I think it's a food allergy because her eyes are swollen too. So we're going to see what happens. I just gave her just plain rice and plain chicken for dinner. That's what it said to do. So we'll see. She's not better by tomorrow. I have to take her to the vet. Anyway, anybody else interested in having a reading tonight? Just let me know. In the meantime, we can tell stories. We can share ideas. Apparently, they are now admitting that they believe there is some sort of a mothership within our galaxy or in our solar system from possibly another planet. I'm not sure why they're suddenly saying that, but that doesn't surprise me. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, guys. With only 17 people in here, that's amazing. Thank you. That means each of you did about 1,000 likes at least. Donation or no? Yes, I do take payment. If you would like to do a reading, you go in my profile, in my link tree, there's Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, $40. Boom, you're done. We'll get it. Your year prediction. Yes. Didn't I say that? I did. There's some things in my year prediction that have come out. Yep. My subscribers had access to my 2023 prediction. Remember, I should go back and watch it because I don't remember a lot of it. But yes, that was one of the things I talked about, was disclosure. Oh, I'm sorry, spiritual. Yeah, go ahead and hop on in there if you want. Like I said, it's $40. I'm ready if you're ready. Go for it. In the meantime, what else? You guys are going to see a lot more of me now. I have decided that even though whatever's going on with the TikTok, whatever, they're just saying it probably exists. I don't know why they would say something like that, except for they know something. I have a feeling that our government is going to lose control over this whole extraterrestrial thing pretty soon. They're going to try to take control of it and act like we're getting attacked so that we all kind of don't join together, because that's what's going to happen, right? Is all the countries are going to go, I don't even care where you're from now, because now all of us against them. That's what they're going to try to do. But the truth is, I don't think they're here to hurt us at all. I think they're here to help. Yeah. Oh, guys, we can't hide it anymore. Come on. Everybody's got phones with cameras on them. You guys, people are filming this stuff constantly. And we've got a lot of deathbed confessions. There are a lot of people that were around when Area 51 happened that are doing video confessions about what they saw and what they dealt with as far as spaceships and extraterrestrials. And these are people that have kept their mouth shut for, however many years now, almost 100 years, right? And they are recording themselves with confessions about what happened. Why would they do that? Because they couldn't do it before, because their lives were threatened. So I don't think it's as scary as everybody wants to think, because the truth is, if they wanted to take us out, they could have done it a long time ago. That's God's honest truth. But I do feel that they are trying to communicate with us for sure. Yes, I agree with that. Evil elites. Yep. Yeah, no shit. So it's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be a lot of interesting disclosure. It's gonna be drip fed to us very like that, like little hints as we go. Like, that the Vatican, I think last year, admitted that there had to be extraterrestrials. They even admitted that there has to be other life out there. No, I do not think that at all. I do not think aliens are demons. Do I think that there are aliens that aren't so nice? Yeah. There's species of aliens that are not nice. There absolutely is. But I don't think most of them are nasty. But there are. And I also think, I think the Vatican is evil. Absolutely. Evil elites have been coming up a lot lately. Yep. Well, look at Brian Epstein. Look at Alec Baldwin. Look at Bill Cosby. All these people in the limelight, and the things we're finding out about them, they're really, really heinous. How did they get there? You guys, please. Exactly, Tito. You said it in perfectly. What Tito just said. Yep. Guys, stop, please. I heard on YouTube that there's 5 different alien types. Yes. And interestingly, Michelle, the medium, was doing a spirit box thing with me here one time, and she said some spirit guides came through for me, and I have a ton of them, by the way. Every time I get read by a medium, my spirit guides most of the time come through, not my family or whatever, and my family are guides too, but these are guides that I don't recognize, like, as a human. So anyway, she said that I was Arcturian and Pleiadian. And Pleiadian, I'm not surprised, because I have been fascinated with that forever, since I was a kid. So she says that's my heritage. Yeah. No, this, and we are definitely been terraformed here, I think, too, because humans shouldn't be here. We don't work well with this planet when you think about it. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yes. Well, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and take a little break. Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm going to take a little break, go check, make sure everything's okay with the dogs. Like I said, my dog's been sick, so make sure she didn't yak all over the place. Right? But I'll be back probably later. I'm thinking I'll jump on later. I may not be all zhuzhed up like this. I may be in my PJs by that point, but I will jump on later probably. Okay, everybody? Thanks for being with me tonight. And all of you that let me read for you, I appreciate you so much. And all of my subscribers, I appreciate you so much. Thank you guys for making this so much fun. I'm not worrying about what happens to TikTok. You guys can always find me. It's always Miss Molly Knows, no matter where you find me. Okay? Love you guys. Mwah. See you guys later. Bye. Do-do-do-do.